What's up guys, Houndish here, and today I just wanted to take a quick look at the Midnight Coup hand cannon which comes from the Leviathan raid in Destiny 2. This is a hand cannon a lot of people thought would come from hard mode. I even said it in one of my videos as well because it was in the database but no one had actually had it dropped. Turns out that there is kind of a rotating loot system for the raid on top of some of the encounters actually rotating. So the Pleasure Gardens, for example, is the first encounter in the raid this week. So Bungie have kind of switched things up a little bit, and on a weekly basis things seem to change. I'm not entirely certain of the loot table, but I know the sniper as well as Midnight Coup, the hand cannon, are dropping from the raid right now. Firstly, we're going to take a quick look at Midnight Coup right here. This is the hand cannon. Very cool looking weapon. It's a lightweight frame weapon, so superb handling, move faster with this weapon when it's equipped. We've got small bore, dual strength barrel, increases range and increases stability. We've also got corkscrew rifling, slightly increased range and stability and slightly increased handling speed. And then finally extended barrel, weighted barrel extension, increases range but decreases handling speed. I've just left it with small bore. That seems to be doing the trick for now, and the stats are fairly good with small bore on as well. We've got Rampage up next. Kills with this weapon temporarily grant increased damage, which stacks up to 3 times. This is a pretty powerful bonus actually. We also have Ambitious Assassin, overflows the magazine based on the number of rapid kills before reloading. And then in the final column we have Outlaw, precision kills greatly decrease reload time. So it's pretty cool. It's nice to get a hand cannon with Outlaw on it as well. Has a little bit of that classic kind of Fatebringer Outlaw feel with it, but it also of course has a lore tab, Midnight Coup being a raid weapon, which I won't look at in detail in this video. It's definitely worth checking out though. Firstly, let's take a look at what these two perks do. So Rampage is actually a pretty powerful bonus. If you look at this first kill right here, I get 260 critical damage, and then I take out a couple of shanks and you'll see I've got Rampage times 3, so it has hit the maximum right there, and I get 346 damage. So that's a very good damage increase. Obviously if you're taking down adds with this thing, you know, groups of enemies, it's going to do really well. It'll be interesting as well, you know, in a group of enemies, if you can see there are a bunch of lower tier enemies and then one higher tier enemy, you can try and take out the lower tiers first. You kind of get what I'm saying, and then you'll have Rampage and you can do some pretty good bonus damage. Rampage doesn't last for, you know, ages and ages, but if you're getting kills rapidly, it is pretty good. We take a quick look at Ambitious Assassin right here. So I get a few kills and then actually reload the magazine, and when I reload you'll see that I've got 17 rounds in the magazine, and that's with Ambitious Assassin activated. So it is basically granting a whole bunch of ammo into the magazine, which is pretty beneficial. I feel like most people most of the time are going to go with the Rampage bonus for the bonus damage. Inside of PvP, obviously the Rampage bonus is going to be pretty good as well. I get some kills here and I'm getting 60 critical damage, and then with Rampage times 2, which is as far as I've actually got so far. I haven't done kind of, you know, loads of testing with this, but Rampage times 2 is giving me 66 critical damage, so it's probably going to be over 70 damage with Rampage times 3. Obviously that is a lot of damage. This isn't the best kind of handling hand cannon in my opinion inside of the Crucible. It's not terrible or anything like that. I just feel like things like Better Devils, you know, just handle better. They feel better to use inside of PvP stuff in particular. Also the timer for Rampage is very short, so if you're dealing with multiple targets in the Crucible and kind of moving around, you're probably going to lose that Rampage bonus most of the time, you know, because if you are being fired on by a couple of people, you're going to die pretty fast and you're probably not going to kind of benefit from Rampage all that much. That's not to say it's absolute trash or anything like that. Obviously if you've got like a really excellent hand cannon shot, then this bonus could be pretty beneficial in the Crucible. But in PvE stuff in particular, I feel like it's going to have a fair amount of utility. It also just feels good to use, you know, to have such kind of high damage coming on those follow-up rounds. Overall it handles pretty nicely in general. Like I said, in PvP stuff I feel like there are better kind of handling weapons, but in PvE it is a really solid hand cannon. It really packs a punch. It is in the higher rate of fire archetype at 150, so it does have lower impact than things like Better Devils. It's in the same archetype as the Sunshot hand cannon and the Dire Promise, which is the Dead Orbit one, but of course having the higher rate of fire with Rampage actually is kind of beneficial. So definitely a decent hand cannon, definitely something to play around with, has some very interesting bonuses, and again Outlaw, those reloads do feel really nice. They're not kind of as fast as Fatebringer or some of those higher reload speed hand cannons from Destiny 1, but still it is noticeable, so it's pretty awesome. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick look at the Midnight Coup hand cannon. I have to say a big thanks to my friend Savage for actually letting me use his account. He was lucky and managed to get this thing dropped today in the raid. My pal Shady also got got the Alone as a God, which is the sniper rifle from the raid, which is pretty decent. It's a rapid fire frame, deeper ammo reserve, slightly faster reload when the magazine is empty. It also has corkscrew rifling, slightly increased range and stability, and increased handling speed, which is nice, and then triple tap, rapidly landing precision hits will return 1 round to the magazine from reserves, and finally we have snapshot sights, faster time to aim down sights. So it should be a pretty snappy sniper, as well as having the option of triple tap there, so it could be good for PvE stuff and PvP potentially, especially if it's, you know, like I said, a really snappy sniper. So they are some pretty neat weapons. It looks like we might get a shotgun, fusion rifle, sidearm, some stuff like that inside of the hard mode. For now, I hope you have enjoyed this quick video, guys. If you have, a like and comment below is appreciated. Let me know if you've tried this thing out or if you're grinding to try and get hold of it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny 2 content. But for now, I hope you have an awesome day.